Good evening, folks. Ken Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. Boy, did we get the rain yesterday and today. That lake came up 1.5 feet. It's over the dock now. Just in the last hour. It's bad news, not good. Okay, anyway, come on down, visit us. Tonight is June the 15th, 2023. We're going to do comments on comments. We've got a few controversial ones. We get that once in a while around here. We believe the Bible is true. God made everything in 6 days. And he ought to get the glory for his creation. Follow us on Rumble, on Genesis Baptist Church, on YouTube, or on Odyssey, or on a bunch of places. Go to drdino.com, our website, and see all the stuff there. However, the lightning storm last night apparently took out the internet towers. I haven't had phone signal all day. You guys haven't either? Hit and miss. So if you can't get through, hang on, it's coming, okay? According to evolution, things are going to get better automatically. So, okay, today, the 15th of June, my wife and I's anniversary. Every day I give her a card, anniversary card, you know, about how many days we've been married. 682, I think, or something like that. I forgot what it was today. Anyway, starting this Sunday, boot camp. We've got quite a few speakers going to be speaking on by Skype or and be able to take questions and answers on science and the Bible. So get ready. June, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21. Fool said in his heart, there's no God. If you don't believe in God, I'm sorry, you're a fool. That's what God said it, and I second the emotion, okay? So, let's see. We desire to hear what thou thinkest, for as concerning this sect, we know that everywhere it is spoken against. Paul went to Rome and said, have you heard about what we teach about Jesus and the Messiah? They said, no, everything we've heard about it's bad. This reminds me of the rumors of us going around here. Brother Meister, and how long have you been here, 2 months now? Yeah, longtime friend of mine. He does our series on what on earth should I do for heaven's sake? If you have any questions that you want to say, Pastor, what should I do in this situation? Whatever happened, my wife left me, my dog died or something, he can answer add them to his list to answer for this series of videos we're producing. Anyway, he had hospice in Georgia, and we tried to transfer it here. We called hospice in Evergreen and said, would you, can we transfer the deal? The doctors approved it. Doctor can call you and say, yes, she's qualified. And they said, our people won't go out there because we heard, what was it they said they heard about us? We're a cult. It's a sovereign nation. And nobody's allowed to have a cell phone. And
they won't let emergency vehicles in.
What now?
They said they wouldn't allow emergency vehicles.
And we won't allow emergency vehicles come in here? None of that's true, okay. But people love this small town, they like to get a rumor going and goes around, okay. Proverbs 18, he that answereth a matter before he heareth it is folly and shame. And you folks that are believing stuff about us without checking it out with the people that ought to know, like me and the folks that live here, you're a fool, okay? Let's see. In the Bible, you had to get the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, and you had the right to testify in your behalf. Isn't that part of our Constitution? Somebody says something bad, you got a right to face your accusers. One of the big commandments, thou shalt not bear false witness. Don't do that. Thou shalt not bear false witness. I mean, it's in the Bible a whole bunch of times. Don't bear false witness. God hates liars. Jesus said it a bunch of times about false witnesses. So in Mark 14, when Jesus is going to be crucified, the chief priests and the council sought for witnesses against him. They tried to find somebody to witness against Jesus. Can you imagine that? Many bear false witness against him, but their witness agreed not together. And there arose certain which bear false witness. They lied about him. Okay, Mrs. Hovind, come on up here. I need you in a second too, okay? In Acts chapter 6, when Stephen was going to be stoned, they were not able to resist the wisdom and spirit by which he spake, so they suborned men. They hired men to come in and give false testimony against Stephen, just so they could kill him. They stirred up the people and set up false witnesses. What? I guess nothing's changed, Brother Meister, in 2,000 years, has it? Okay. Acts 25. When I was at Jerusalem, the chief priests and elders of the Jews informed me, desiring to have judgment against him. To whom I answered, it is not the manner of the Romans to deliver any man to die before that which is accused, have the accuser face to face, and have license to answer for himself. That's reasonable. They said that the hospice in Evergreen had 13 workers, and none of them would come here. None of them contacted me. You're violating the law, all you workers. I'm sorry, okay? Violating God's law anyway. You should have called me. You hear a rumor? Won't allow How many of you have a cell phone? Everybody? You can have a cell phone here. How many of you are locked in and can't leave? Nobody. You leave whenever you want. We don't have a car. That's your problem, brother. Okay. The gate's open. You can walk out. Okay. They said in Acts 24, we found this man a pestilent fellow and a mover of sedition among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes. They made up some crazy charges about him, who hath gone about to profane the temple, whom we took and would have judged according to our law. But the chief captain Lysias came upon us, and with great violence took him away out of our hands, commanding the accusers to come to thee. Okay. The Jews assented, saying, this is true. Then Paul, after the governor beckoned him to speak, answered, forasmuch as I know that thou hast been many years a judge of this nation, I do the more cheerfully answer for myself. Because that thou mayest understand, there was only 12 days since I went up to Jerusalem, and they neither found me in the temple disputing with anybody, neither raising up the people, neither in the synagogues nor in the city, neither can they prove the things they accuse me of. Well, good defense. But Paul had a chance to give his defense. Whoever's spreading these rumors, I have a theory that there's a lady who's angry at me and lying about me and going to go to trial with me in December, and she's probably the one who profit from trying to turn the whole county against me so there's no unbiased jurors. Just a theory on that. We shall see. Okay. Crazy. So, is this a cult? Mrs. Hovind, you probably know me as well as anybody, and you've been studying this ministry for a long time. Come on up here and tell. That we get accused of, let's see, you can't have cell phones on the property. What else oh, thank you, ma'am. Another bottle of water. I drink. Okay. What's your thoughts?
Okay, well, there's been many accusations, foolish ones, there's silly ones that there's people buried here and skeletons, and when people come...
the pig died and we buried it. That's all I can think of.
Well, when people come and they see the skeletons, we have a Noah and his wife, and then we have some at the bottom of a hill for one of your...
Those are all plastic skeletons we bought for the demonstration. There's... Okay, what else?
Well, I've heard you had multiple wives, like, active, so I know I wouldn't be here if that was the case.
I'm 70, I can barely keep up with one, okay?
I mean, when you think of a cult, the first thing is they deny Jesus Christ as being God. This is not what we teach here. We are independent fundamental Baptist, and we believe that Jesus Christ is God. So that puts that aside. We don't sit around and chant. We do have a couple bonfires each year, but those are fun. Mm-hmm. People can come and go. We don't have any mandatory meetings except for the first one in the morning, but most of the time I'm not there. But
so it can't be mandatory. Yeah.
But if you just look at all the accusations of what a cult is, we don't even qualify for not even one.
I don't think so.
So it's silly rumors, and the good thing when most of the people come here from around the world, China, Russia, you name it, they've never heard even one accusation. These are just local.
Yeah.
The rest of the world haven't heard them. So it is sad for when somebody like Pastor Meister comes and he just wants to have help for his wife, and some of the local rumors have gotten around that are so false. That's the only thing, is just local hurt.
Yeah, and it's okay to give a defense, to defend yourself. Paul did before his accusers. I would defend myself. No, there's nothing going on wrong here. We believe the Bible's true and evolution is stupid. Okay? Thank you, ma'am. So you studied my material for how long?
When your VHSs came out, and you were as fundamental independent Baptist as they came, and you're one of my spiritual heroes.
Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Let's see, Bobby. I'm going to edit that out. Okay. Bobby, how long you been here? 10 months. You and your husband. You came from...
He's from North Carolina.
Get over here so they can get on camera here. Okay. Go ahead. Tell them, is this a cult? You live here, you take care of stuff, you're one of the secretaries?
This is not a cult. I was trying to think of what to say, and the best thing I can come up with is we're a bunch of beautifully broken people that love the Lord. That's it, that's all. We keep the wheels turning. I see hearts change every day. People come here from all over the world. and I get to see it firsthand, and it's beautiful. That's all we do. That's what it's about.
And you give the tours of the Science Center.
Yes, sir.
And are there any bodies buried in there?
None that I know of.
None that you know. You know, that one guinea pig died, and I think we did bury that, didn't we?
I think so.
Okay, that's the only skeleton I know of. I haven't
The
even
pig.
looked. Oh, and the pig, yeah, gee whiz. Anyway, thank you. Anybody else want to share a testimony? Rex, you've been here how long?
All right.
How long? Your
I've been
dad?
here a year and a half.
A year and a half, okay.
Year and
Yeah,
a
so
half I've
you
been
know
here.
the place pretty well.
Pretty well, yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things changed, a lot of things built, a lot of things fixed, and a lot of people come and go. I want to point out the one thing about this place is there are times where you get asked to leave, and normally that isn't typical of a cult. Should be one pretty big thing right there.
Well, there's certain things we're not going to tolerate: alcohol or drugs or immorality. Just bye, go somewhere else. If that's your life, great. Do what you want, but don't do it here.
That's
And how old are you
absolutely
now?
right. I'm 38.
38, and you're looking for a wife. We got to tell everybody: find Rex a wife. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll see.
You
We'll
wanted a smart one, though, didn't you?
I'll take anything I can get.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you. Okay, Ryan, come on up here and tell about your ministry. You got inspired watching our videos, and you got baptized today?
Yes.
Amen. All right, Ryan, have a seat. Tell them quickly about your ministry and what you do. What's
Well-
this, the mailman?
Yeah, he's actually going to be part
Billy.
of my.
Billy. Get on the camera.
He's going to be part of my testimony from here on out. God used this little thing right here to show me that I had committed the sin of adultery. I'm not idolatry. excuse me.
Idolatry. Okay.
Idolatry.
A mailman. Okay.
Yeah, I bought that little thing not long after I started the Postal Service. And I just put it on the shelf, didn't think much of it, didn't pay it much attention. For years, I didn't really. But then a month ago or so, something told me to pick it up and give it a good, long look.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I said, it's him. And who it is, it's a person that I had put in my heart above Jesus.
Ah.
And for 4 years, that person had betrayed me and had hurt me very badly. But when he did that, that's what got me to turn to God for help. That's when God began to change my heart. That's when God began to convict me of my sins and to show me that I was not living the way I should be living. And for 4 years, that young man that I worked with troubled me, and I couldn't figure out why until God showed me his face on this thing and said, you made someone an idol, and you need to confess and repent. And so I did. I'm sorry, Lord. I'll never do that again. I did commit that sin. And I think idolatry is probably one of the hardest sins to recognize, because
Good point.
there are people who are obsessed with sports, and they think, well, there's nothing wrong with being a fan of this team here, right? I don't know. How often do you think about that team compared to how often you think about Jesus?
Wow, good point. Or how often do people think about video games rather than the
Video
right.
games? Yeah. And I've had people criticize me for supporting you, but you know what? It's what I'm going to tell them. As long as that godly, wonderful woman right there stands by you, I will stand by you too.
How long have you known about our ministry?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I discovered you around 2020 when God was beginning the sanctification process, and I began looking at Christian videos. And at that time, I was an old earther. I read the NIV if I read it at all. But you really straightened me out on a lot of things, and you've also brought some wonderful godly friends into my life, and I'm very thankful. I've been very blessed, and I intend to be a supporter of this ministry for the rest of my life.
Amen.
All right.
Well, come visit often, brother. Thank you so much, Ryan. Okay. All right. And Brother Meister's doing the video series, What on Earth Should I Do? Brother Meister, how long have we known each other? 42 years. You live here. You brought your wife here, who has Alzheimer's. Is this a cult? Okay. I'm baffled that people would say such a thing. Like, man. And they accused Jesus of all kinds of things, didn't they? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get on with the program here. Come help us grow. Dinosaur Adventureland. Come visit. It's free. What more do you want? And wide open. We give tours all the time. A cult. Straight north of Pensacola, 70 miles. where God gets the glory for his creation instead of the stupid evolution religion. And evolution's a religion. We'll get into Q&A in a minute. I'm trying to hurry. Okay. Comments on comments, question answer. Bible says, remember the Sabbath, because in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth and everything in them. Dinosaurs lived with man. Had to. Everything was made in 6 days. Everything. That includes dinosaurs. So we think evolution is the most dangerous religion in the world. You can get my video series, $50 for the whole thing, 18 hours. And DVD number 5 is about why this evolution theory is dangerous. And when they came and arrested me, they said, get every DVD number 5 you can find. Back then it was videotape. That's the one they don't like because it exposes some things that need to be exposed. Okay. The fool said in his heart, there's no God. Come on, visit Dinosaur Adventureland. We have a blast down here. Let's see. God ought to get the glory. There's our science center. Get our video series. Take the tours. I love giving the tours. Boy, it rained so hard, I didn't get to give any tours today. Well, the Jeep has no roof and no windows, no doors. So come tomorrow. Okay. It's all been built by volunteers, donations. You can help us if you want. Join our 777 clubs. I like what they're doing. For the last 2 months, we've had our donations stolen. We're going to work on that and working on it. But meanwhile, if you want to help us get caught up, please do. This would be a good time to help. All right. So drdino.com, our website. Let's see. Make any checks to CSE. Get our, there it is again. And Woe series. Okay, tonight, people in the room, first option, any topic you want to talk about, bring it up. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the stuff that's been sent in, comments on comments. Did one, let's see, 2 days ago on the age of the earth. Different ways to prove the earth is not billions of years old. Here are some comments at the bottom of that one. Update your slides from 2015. The data has changed. How many people believe in God or not? The data changes all the time. I update them. How many hours, Mrs. Hovind, how much time do I spend working on slides? Endless, yeah, okay. I get up 2 in the morning and go work on it for a couple hours, then come back to bed. I take it serious. I try to keep them up to date, okay? But I got like, how many slides, Joseph? 60? 60 or 70,000? Oh, easy, yeah. I'm trying to keep them all up to date for you. Long legs, okay. Polemist. And if Kent sees this, don't tell us truth doesn't change. No one has absolute truth. Is that an absolute statement, polemist? And come on now. Is that an absolutely true statement that no one has absolute truth? How can you be absolutely sure there are no absolutes? Have you thought about it? Let me see. What passes for truth does change as we get closer to the real thing. I've already got the real thing. God's word is truth. It's all right there. It hasn't changed in a long time. It doesn't need to change. It's right. I don't know what your statement means there, Protestant. If you were stop and think about that for a minute. Absolute truth only applies to mathematics? Really? Who told you that? I started to see the debates of Kent, and everything made sense to me. However, as I seek more information of Kent, I've started to see people saying that he was a high school science teacher. That is what he says he knows. That he says what he knows is a lie. That he said a lot of advice that could lead to death. Is this true? Alex, let's see. Nick says he's a former high school science teacher who knows way more science than any scientist ever. I don't know about that, but yes, I taught high school algebra, geometry, trig, that's the math, and biology, earth science, and physical science. Okay, love truth. Your English is broken. I don't think you're trying to say what people say Kent is lying. I've checked his scientific facts, and they're indeed factual. You can tell he taught high school because he has a knack for simplifying complicated science. There are a lot of sites that say he's dangerous and a liar, and they're just trying to get people to turn away from the truth, just like they did with Paul and Jesus. And it's been going on for a long time. Nothing's changed. They're just trying to get people to turn away. They're mostly upset that he has made the evolution religion look ridiculous to the average person. God bless. Okay. Michael, she probably believes you, but would never admit it, talking about Jeannie Scott. For she would lose her job and wouldn't be able to get the same field of work for the rest of her life. Let's all pray for her. Maybe that would work. Jeannie is smart enough to know that what you're telling her, and probably always known that there is only one creator. It would be too embarrassing for her. Great whacking atheist. God bless Kent. Okay. Mr. Hovind, Eugenie Scott's cult followers would never allow you to debate her on science. She actually said, don't debate creationists because you'll probably lose. Didn't you, Jeannie? And guess what? You will. You'll lose. And it's not because we're better debaters. It's because we're right, okay? Nick, to believe in evolution is to call Jesus a liar, not in your favor on Judgment Day. Kent, I wrote this. I taught high school science and math in Christian schools for 15 years. Why would they question that? Do I need to get all my students to come in and testify? I love teaching. I can teach trigonometry to a 10-year-old where they get it. See, if you have a triangle, whole branch of trigonometry is only dealing with a right triangle, right angle, 90 degrees. If this side gets longer, then this side gets longer, and both these angles change. All it is a relationship between the angles and the sides. SOHCAHTOA, sine equals opposite over hypotenuse, cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. I can in 15 minutes explain the basics of trig where people say, wow, it's that simple? Yeah. And then it's like, wow, I can use this for all kinds of stuff. When I went out there the other day with Laszlo, who did I go out there to measure that tree with a piece of paper? Yeah. Isn't that slick? I said, if you cut that tree, it's going to land right here. The tip of the tree will land here. You guys get it cut down yet? We had a big storm. I'm afraid it's going to fall on the shed. We better, Anyway, yeah, I can teach algebra, geometry, trig. I never even took calculus. I guess I didn't see a use for it, so I can't answer those questions. But I taught high school algebra, geometry, and trig. I don't know why they would say that. Yes, I did. Okay. The Rick. No, it's clear Kent either lies on purpose or never bothered to actually learn science. Well, the Rick, what a generic charge. Why don't you show me some science that supports evolution? Why don't you call Standing for Truth and schedule a debate? I hereby challenge you, the Rick, to a debate. Okay, you go first. Give the best evidence you have for your religion. For evolution. Okay. Kent cherry picks science. As such, he's a liar. You can tell he didn't teach science because he doesn't even understand what a theory is in science. Well, the Rick, let me explain it to you. Hypothesis is just a wild guess. A theory has some evidence to support it. Evolution has no evidence to support it. Evolution certainly is not a fact. It's a hypothesis at best. It's not a theory. Sorry, quit calling it a theory of evolution. Let's see. Alex, thank you so much. My English is broken. I'm Portuguese, but I understand everything. I'm glad that others have the opinion. Let's see. I'm seeing everything that is available from him, but after some research, I've seen, in fact, some people saying he's not a man of God and that he betrayed many things in his community. Why would I get accused of this kind of stuff? I'm baffled. We stay busy around here. Titus, how long you been with us? What? A little over a year. You know the place inside out. Why would they charge this kind of stuff? He has betrayed many things in his community. I just want to have others' testimony that he is as legit as I see him. I believe, I gave you some testimonies tonight. We can bring 1,000 of them, okay? I believe in the Bible and almost everything that he says is facts. Just wanted to have others be sure that the other 10% he is speaking because he believes really is what he's saying. Thank you for your reply. Alex, call me, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 3. I'll answer. I answer all day long. People are shocked. Is this Ken Hovind? Yeah. It's really you. You answered the phone? Yeah, it rang. So, yes, ma'am. That's how you felt. You called, and I answered. You don't have to go through 10 secretaries. That's my direct extension. Extension 3. Call me. Okay. Burnt toast, burnt brain cells, what this guy is. Accepting evolution is not worthy of hellfire. Whoever said it was. Not trusting Jesus Christ is worthy. Let's see. At least someone can agree with that. If you don't believe, burnt toast, believe in God. I would love to share my experience and even give my IG for you. What's an IG? Instagram. Keep it. I don't need it. Okay. That I may not speak English is 100%, but I'm not a lunatic. Okay. I honestly doubt your life experience could really convert me unless you somehow had Jesus himself hanging out with you in one of your posts. Oh. As for lunacy, I don't think you are, but if you're a creationist, then you're ignorant of a lot of things, whether intentionally or not. Okay, burnt toast, call. Standing for Truth, you line up for a debate, please. I'm serious, okay? I'll come Dinosaur Adventureland, give you the tour, sit right here, we can have the debate, show me where I'm wrong on my science, and show me where the science is right about evolution. There is no science to back up evolution. Now, Norville, is it true that Dinosaur Adventureland was raided? I saw this comment, I said, what? Let's see, I wrote, what? We had a swarm of mosquitoes come through a year ago, and a flock of geese one time. Raided by who for what? You not believe the crazy rumors that go around about us. Come see for yourself. We're fine, happy, serving the Lord and winning souls. DL was raided. Anybody else hear that? Did I miss it? Were we raided and I wasn't even here?
We all missed it.
We all missed it, yeah. Common sense over science any day, plus it's Bible. Nick, okay. The problem is common sense is subjective, okay? What's the common sense over science? Well, see, you guys you're confusing. You think evolution is science, and you think we're against science. No, no, no. We love science. We're against evolution because it's not part of science, okay? You know, some Christians believe the earth is 20 to 50,000 are wrong for having a different opinion than you. No, they're wrong for having a different opinion than the Bible. People can be wrong or disagree with me on anything they want. But the Bible teaches if you add up the dates, you're going to get the same thing everybody's got that ever did it. Look at the dates in Genesis chapter 5. It says how old they were when they were, and when they died and when the kid was born. It gives all the dates in Genesis 5. Genesis 11 gives the dates after the flood. Add them up yourself. It teaches about 6,000. So they're violating the Bible. Okay. Ask them what proof there is for 50,000-year-old earth. That's a good one. I'd like to see that. Peto. Miss Beatrice is legit, and her method works like magic. I continue to win every week. What? Is that a gambling site? Who's Beatrice? I don't know. Okay. Whack an atheist. Avoid debates. If your campus Christian fellowship asks you to defend evolution, please decline. You will probably get beaten, Jeannie Scott said in Monkey Business, The Sciences, January 1996. Good advice, Jeannie. Trevold writes, that's gold. They've been doing that for decades. Carl Pagan is just one example. They avoid debates with us by all costs because they know what happens otherwise. Still hurting after being spanked by Eugene in that debate all those years ago. I answered, you think I got spanked in that debate? You need glasses and a hearing aid. Neither she nor any evolutionist in the history of the world has ever given one bit of real scientific evidence for their dumb religion of evolution. If you suddenly have some, please call Standing for Truth ASAP and schedule a debate. You go first. Show us this new evidence and I will explain in simple, easy to understand words so you can see you have been duped. Equal time for both sides, no interrupting or cursing. Please call today, please. I've been trying to find some evidence myself for years. Or come visit Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox and you can present your evidence on my channel. We'll give you tours of our science center and show you how to recognize real science. Evolution is not part of science. Creation is crybaby. Wow. Can't the Central Pangean Mountains include remnants of the Appalachian Mountains, the Ouachita Mountains, the Little Atlas Mountains in Morocco, and the Spanish Highlands? Crybaby. How do you tell that a mountain in Scotland belongs with the mountains in West Virginia? Is it because they're made out of rock and they're tall? Is that how you know they belong together? This whole Pangea theory is baloney, crybaby. It didn't happen. Do you think Africa and South America broke apart? Is the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean endless? Does the Atlantic Ocean have a bottom to it? It does connect them right now. How can they not get this? I don't know. George, don't know about your assertion, but how does your worldview explain it? Burnt brain cell. Don't know much about your assertion. Let's see. Continental drift via plate tectonics. Pangea broke up and portions that contained a central mountain range ended up in various places across multiple continents. Wait a minute. So the continents broke apart and the mountain ranges scattered all over the place? Watch my video number 6, okay, where I cover all about the dumb theory of Pangea. Let's see. And before you start, no, flood geology wouldn't explain it without killing everything, ark included. Okay. Yours is a straw man. You have a Pangea breaking up also. Try again. Sebastian, this has little to do with Eugene. Feels like Kent is just picking names and talking about whether he wants whatever he wants, which is usually the amount of breeds of different animals and how they can't interbreed. Well, Sebastian, I think that is one of the major points. You guys claim all the animals came from a common ancestor. I'm pointing out, no, they didn't. Dogs might have come from a common dog, and cows might have come from a common cow. But you guys think that's proof they're all related to a mosquito. That's dumb. Let me tell you sweetly, that's dumb. Why can't I download this? I have YT Premium. What's he talking about? Is there a hard time downloading?
YouTube Premium. He's paying for YouTube, so he thinks he should be able to download all your stuff.
Okay. Sort by newest to see censor. Do they censor some of our stuff?
No, not yet.
Not yet. They probably will, okay. Crybaby. Creationists are fearful of the complexity of the theory of evolution. No, it's not complexity, the stupidity of it, okay? They resort to oversimplified, misguided Bible solutions. See, the problem, Crybaby, I make it explainable where you can understand it, and where other people can say, wow, that makes sense. And you don't like that, do you? You like to hide behind a bunch of big words. Somebody get that frog. Yeah, send him to heaven. Rather, they need more up there. Okay. Click me for COVID truth. No, it's not complex at all. It's not so nonsensical we choose the much more scientific path. You believe life came from rocks, yet you call us irrational? Yep. Let's see. I'll tell you what, I got one I want to cover. It's going to take me a little while, but we're going to stop on YouTube because they get mad about this topic. But we'll continue with the rest of our other channels. So if you're watching me on YouTube, you're going to miss the last question here. Go over to the other channels, Rumble, and watch us over there. All right. I'll see you over there in a minute.